Calm down. Bow chicka wow wow.
That's the intro. KSP, that's the intro music.
That's all the intro we got. Hey,
we gonna work on that.
We are for the very first episode of the Phi Psi podcast, where if you hooped, regardless of the level, you are part of the frat. So we got Cutting Zacket, my man Dak Duncan.
Every time.
That's got Kevin Scott Perry. What's up, fellas?
What up? What up? Hey, but I'm looking forward to this, dog.
No, it's Zacket every time. We at JoJo going away party. This Negro says, and I got my man Zacket here. Everybody looking around, dog.
I mean, there's also Bo Bill, Zachary
Hill. Like Otis say, Jack Junkin.
All right, so talk to us, man. Who want to start, man? Like, tell us about your hooping background.
We're gonna let the young blood KSP go first.
Hey, I just turned 48 Monday, so
do the young blood.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to this, bro. So we all about basketball. Hey, before we start, like, tell them about my story. I got we all got kids, and it's funny, like, they all hoop. And I tell my daughter all the time, I'm like, I wanted to be good at basketball, obviously, but I told her, I was like, 100% of my friends, 100% all came from me playing basketball. So the stuff that you think about and the stuff that you do, like, that kind of carries over. So it's pretty cool that, all of us been kind of rocking, like, for 30 years. So super cool. And, that we ain't talked in a while, like, consistently, but when we do talk, I feel like I talked to you 2 days ago. You know what I'm saying? So that's super cool. So I look forward to it just from that level. Obviously, we love basketball too. So yeah, my story, I've been hooping. My dad was in the Army, so we moved around a lot. But we moved to Brandon. Started playing basketball at Bloomingdale. I think I was the second sophomore that ever played on varsity. I didn't really play that much, but I was on the team. And then this is kind of before AAU and all that was really a big deal. So the summertime, you played with your team. You didn't really play. I know y'all did. Finland had a little team Nike team, but I didn't really play on the team. So, played on the team junior year, senior year. Had a pretty good senior year. Then ended up going to JUCO. Me and Joe knew each other before that, but really, didn't really hang out in parks and hooping, summer league and all that kind of stuff. But ended up going to Polk Community College just because Joe was there, but really Jeff, teammate from high school, was there. So it was kind of easy to go somewhere where, like, you still knew a familiar face instead of starting off somewhere else. And my dream, obviously, was to play Division I basketball. It didn't really happen out of high school. So went to Polk, got no tick, like no bird my freshman year. And you think about it, like, I was averaging 24 points a game, thought I was a stud in high school, then go there, don't even see the court. And it was some horses on our team.
You ain't hit the port? You didn't hit the transfer portal?
The portal. Wouldn't even think about no portal. Shoot, I was thinking about quitting. I forget no portal. I'm like, bro, I can't play no basketball, man. Y'all must be crazy. So, I mean, with some horses on that team, bro, I can tell you probably my freshman year, man, like, Joe, you could correct me if I'm lying, bro. Like 7, 8 dudes probably could have went Division I easy from that team. And I didn't even counting, like, the freshmen, like, that were horses. I know a couple dudes on that team, bro, that was unbelievable. Yeah. And I think Coach Giles' whole mentality kind of was, like, to make you mentally strong more than playing. Everybody he recruited could play basketball. I mean, the one I remember more than anybody was Dorian McClure, bro. That dude, you couldn't stay in front of, man. Yeah. But it kind of humbled me a lot because I'm playing behind dudes, pause that like couldn't
Playing
like
behind rules, bro. Pause.
pause, bro. I pause. What you gonna do? What you gonna do?
He cold with it, though. He cold.
Yeah. So I mean, I'm talking about dudes that were just better than me. I mean, I can't say the coach didn't like me. Not because I'm white. I'm not playing like coaches. They were just better than me, bro. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, because I'm white. Because I'm white.
Definitely not white, bro.
The Puerto Rican dude on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Whatever caught me off guard.
So I go like it's just I wasn't, bro. Like, everybody that played in front was better than me. You know what I'm saying? It's just reality, And the thing is, like, you go. I was like, man, I got to do something, bro. This is before like YouTube and all that. I tell people this story all the time, bro. If I played basketball now, and I saw a mixtape of Zion Williamson when he was in high school, I don't think I would leave the gym if I wanted to play basketball, bro. I like that dude is unbelievable. So I got to see it real firsthand when I went to JUCO, and then at that point you got a choice: you can lay down or work harder. And that summer between my freshman and sophomore year, like I was in the gym, like grand opening, grand closing, like open to close, like all day long. And then Polk had like a summer league there, so I went back. I used to drive back and forth to play in the summer league, and I was kind of balling a little bit. Coach Giles got to see me in a different light. Came back my sophomore year. We had some horses. Like I didn't even start that year, but I think I was the second or third leading scorer on the team. And I got lucky enough. Norfolk State, the assistant coach at Norfolk State was actually from Polk. He saw me play in the summer league, and I think one game I scored like 42 or something in the league game. He just started recruiting me since then, and I was lucky enough to go to Norfolk State. Played there, didn't really recruit any point guards, so I ended up having to play the point. Played 40 minutes a game, played pretty good, averaged about 15 points a game. But then the next year they recruited a point guard, and I came off the bench, but still like was the third leading scorer off the bench or whatever. And then lucky enough, just got a scholarship, graduated. You know what I'm saying? So the experience at HBCU was like amazing. Like I wouldn't change that for nothing. Honestly, I wish I would have had 4 years there. Honestly, more than just 2. But that's kind of my story. Never really got to play professional ball. Just started working, and I think that the thing that I tell kids now and people I talk to that like that's freshman and sophomore year, like molded me to know what hard work was, whether basketball, life, whatever the case may be. You got choices to make, and obviously I think I made the right one. So that's kind of my story.
I want to interject for a second, KSP. Me and Joe talk about this all the time about verbiage. You was like, oh, I got a degree and just started working. You ain't just started working. You entered the workforce. You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
After not laying down between your freshman and sophomore year. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So when you moved here, you ain't go to like junior high school here or nothing?
Nah. Like I went straight to high school my 10th grade year. So that's a good point. So like I had to prove myself even more so than probably dudes that were coming up in like
that was a tough part. High school back then, like because we old, it was 10th, 11th, and 12th.
Yes. Speaking about how you entered the workforce, actually, I use you as an example. I was speaking to some of the leaders at work today, and I used you as an example. When we would come home from school to get our beer and bar money, we would run and go work at Busch Gardens and USAVE and things like that. When you came home, you always interned, and you interned at Walmart. So by the time we graduated, when it was time to hit the workforce, I'm going through, and this is before the internet days. I'm like going places. I would leave the house at 8 a.m, come home at 5 p.m, going place to place. And you guys hiring? Yes, can I have an application? Sit down and fill it out and all that stuff. When KP graduated, he slid right into a management position because he interned at Walmart. And so Shout out to you for that, because I tell the kids all the time now when that's going off to school, when you come home in the summer, don't just get a summer job. Try to intern. Hopefully, it's a paid internship, but
Right.
even if it isn't, it'll set you up for the long term.
Yeah, but even when KSP was telling me a story about I was starting, they recruited somebody else. The one thing I kind of always remember about KSP game, super efficient. Like he could take like 7 consecutive shots, but it'll be in the floor of the offense, so it don't look like he gunning. You know what I'm saying? Or the elbow jumper, making sure he hit his free throws. Always super efficient, though. Always. And then too, just to go back, like how you was talking about, like not folding between your sophomore and your freshman and sophomore year. That's a testament to your foundation, to your parents.
Yeah.
And like if you don't got that solid foundation, it's easy to quit. It's easy to say they're not playing me at poke because I'm white.
Yeah.
It's easy to be like the coach be tripping. You know what I mean? Like, so, and I don't want to be like the old dude to be like the young dudes don't have no work ethic, because that's not the truth. We were just probably the most unsupervised generation ever, and we had to figure a lot of stuff out on our own or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right, Kanzaki, tell us about your journey.
So my basketball journey was more out of necessity. Played for the Spartans. I knew early on I wasn't a football player. Like I ain't had I guess like the stomach or the temp. Like, I had fun and I was relatively successful, but I was like, I don't think I could do this throughout high school. You know what
I
I'm
thought
saying?
they called you Dak the Sack, bro.
That's what I was about to say. I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
crazy. You had a nickname. Your first nickname was from football, Dak the
Yes.
Sack.
Yes, bro. But
And it wasn't scrotum.
crazy, dog. Oh, I forgot what they Oh no, I just remember I was at Wilson one day, and I done told Joe this story. I used to have to walk all the way from High Park to West Tampa because I went, I would lie to my grandma and be like, "Oh yeah, I got a ride or whatever." She was older, and I just remember hearing a dude at Wilson say, "Man, like football, that's the only sport where you practice more than you play." And I could not shake it after that, dog. I was like, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? I was like, so like he said that one day, and I remember thinking about that for like a week straight. And then it was actually a couple of dudes in my neighborhood going back to like out of necessity, kind of where I grew up at. I would kind of be like the best athlete, and then like I go to the club, and then I won't be the best athlete. Like me, like yeah, my homeboy Grimes, and you know what I'm saying, like a couple other dudes. They went to athletic. Get over there on MacDill and Laura. Joe know what I'm talking about. Whole bunch of athletes over there. So I started playing probably because of Rodney Mills, another dude we all grew up with, 4A defensive player of the year, our senior year in football, hard hitting safety. That's how I started hooping. And then, all of us started hooping around the time the tournament really became real big, and that's when the NBA started taking off. Joe remember the NBA on CBS with Dick Stockton.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know what I'm saying? So after that, it was football, going to the Converse outlet out there on MLK and I-4 and, buying the weapons and getting a free poster, and then just, kind of leaving my neighborhood to go hoop at McFarland with Joe them and playing with the older guys. The only thing I think all that journey a little different in my situation. I kind of stopped growing in the 8th grade. Like I was like, I was out 5'11". I was like, I'm probably be like 6'10" or something. But I'd be like DC and shit. That's the conversation I'd be having with, and grew an inch. And then on top of that, I was like, Joe called it one day. I forgot the type of athleticism you said, Joe, like slow but kind of athletic. Heavy on the slow part, which KSP can appreciate. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, we both kind of slow, and then I just, I had to like work on my little bully game a little bit, get my jumper right, ain't go blow past nobody. Ended up playing at Plant. I had an opportunity to go play at Joe's favorite school, Paul Quinn College in Dallas. He hates Paul Quinn for some reason, 10. I don't know why.
It's not true.
Huh?
Not true.
Nah, Joe don't hate Paul Quinn. That's just a little side joke. But like even like 10 was talking about in the summertime. I remember we was at Tech, and I don't know if it was me and 10 or me and Joe. It was me and somebody. I was like, USF had a guard at the time. I was like, boy, he ain't nothing. And I don't know, we was just talking trash. And he had one game, Joe. I think you remember this game. He might have hit like 9 threes against Louisville or something.
Mm-hmm.
And so I remember seeing him on the court. I was like,
Robert Pope, right?
Robert Pope. That's who it was. I was thinking Sharp, but it was Pope. I was like, he ain't nothing, dog. Bro, I got out there. I think I hit like a couple jumpers on him, a little floater, and he ratcheted that shit up. KSP. It was over. It was setting ball screens and trying to catch it. I'm setting ball screens trying to catch and shoot, dog. I was like, okay. So this is what Division I basketball looked like. Me and one of my teammates from Plant, Greg Miller, we dang, Joe, what's Nick's last name? Nick was coaching at Florida College at the time.
Kowalski or something like that.
Yeah. So he's like, Dak, they interested in you. We go out there to Florida College. They leave your name on the little ticket list or whatever called. It's 10. I walk in, dog. This is no exaggeration. As I'm signing my name, Carlton Bryant taking a jump shot. He probably like 42 inches off the floor. I was like,
looking like Snoop Dogg.
Yeah, I was like, Carlton Bryant. I was like, I remember that name. And again, you know, KSP, we all worked on our games. We ain't had no shortage of confidence, but we were very realistic. I was like, okay, so Carlton Bryant plays at a junior college. That's probably not my skill level, you know? Like, and the game ended up being like a triple overtime game or whatever. And it was just a bunch of ups and downs, but like kind of, as Joe like to say, kind of keep me eye on the prize, but being realistic at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like KSP said he got the poke and they was loaded. Like, man, I can't play here. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I wouldn't change nothing. And it was a fun journey, though. I'll tell you that much.
Yeah, people don't believe when I tell them, you know, Dak was dunking before me. Dak was dunking in the 7th grade. Like off
going the summer going to the 8th.
What's the 7th to the 8th, right?
Yeah.
He was taking off, man. And you know, a lot of times, like Coach guys.
Let me interrupt, Joe. So Coach Mario over at Legacy, probably about 2 years ago, he was like, let me do your measurables real quick. So, you know, I'm 5'11", but I got like a 6'4.5" wingspan. He's like, bro, you weren't jumping high at all. He was like, I thought you was like athletic back in the day. Like, yeah, like a 6'4" wingspan, and you 5'11". So that's what I want to say real quick.
Yeah. But you know, Coach Giles used to say all the time, and you know, 10, you probably remember, he used to always be like, Joe, don't be one of them guys that say what you could have did or what you could have been. He used to always say that.
Yeah.
And Dak, you say it all the time too. You know, like you don't really tell a lot of people that, you know, you were pretty much committed to Paul Quinn and was about to Paul Quinn. Because when you tell those stories, sometimes it just sounds too much like a lie. You know,
it sounds a lot to me when I be hearing it.
Yeah. But I was there because
no, he was there.
Yeah, because Quinn was trying to grab me too. I remember they came. I don't know how you ended up at Jefferson that day, and when Quinn was there, how did you get over there?
I was just talking about that the other day with me. I don't know.
Because we was guidance counselor in the office. I'm letting this man go to Plant. But that's what Quinn was doing.
I can't remember though. I don't know what I was doing at Jefferson.
Mm-hmm. And the Louisiana Raging Cajuns, remember they were playing in the tournament.
They was there practicing.
Yeah, but they was recruiting me. They pulled me out of class to come watch the practice, and you was at it again.
I bet they never go to class.
No, I didn't. Well, I mean, I went to class, but I don't know what I was doing at the Rock, though.
I don't remember how you got there, but you was in there.
I don't know. That's crazy,
bro. Well, let me tell you, you know, I mean, we family, so I think I can say it. Like the thing that I always remember about you, I like we hung tough for a couple years. Like what our routine was the same: go
Yeah.
drink, go hoop, go out, drink, hoop, go out, drink, hoop. Right?
No,
So
like it was literally the same for like 2 years.
yeah, and, and the thing that I always remember, is I just don't feel like I kind of feel like basketball was kind of easy to you a little bit. You ain't really take it serious. Like you would like when we go hoop, like you was the first one really at such a young age had like I call it Carmelo game. That's how I kind of play now. Little face up, one dribble, two dribble, pull up. You take a shot without even dribbling with somebody in your face, kind of thing. And so like
Yeah, yeah, all that.
yeah, at an early age,
Yeah.
like I developed early. I just like I don't know if you really ever really took it serious
I
because it
took
was kind of easy.
it looked easy, but I learned something. And Joe, you know my cousin Dre or what? You know Dre.
Yeah.
Dre would always encourage me to just kind of stay within my, my limitations. You know what I'm saying? So like, he was like, you got a pretty good eye. You gotta have to create a little space and be comfortable with people in your space taking a shot. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That was like Dre showed me that. Dre went to Quinn and he ended up going to Fort Valley State. He didn't play at the Valley though. But that was like in the summer with Dre when he would come back home and we'd be in the village hooping at the big park or at Brandon. And I guess it's called like kind of the old man game or whatever. But I think it was kind of more out of like my athletic limitations. You know what I'm saying? Like I could do like 42 pump fakes and do my little hezzy. I'd be like, damn, this motherfucker's still right here. Like it didn't get no separation.
Yeah, Rick Green said you were ahead of your time, man. You was trying to jump in the transfer portal and come to Jefferson back then.
Who said that?
Rick Green see him on the screen.
Jefferson was giving NIL money back then, huh?
Yes, but they weren't giving out nothing but scachata and Cuban sandwiches, boy. I don't know what I used to be doing at Jefferson so much around that time, but yeah, it was kind of like an old man game that I made look kind of cool, Kevin.
No, but even at Plant, like when you was at Plant, you was clearly the best player there. Like, and like the way I always try to think, and even like when I got to college and even when I played like rec league games, like I always think about like, okay, I could get 5 points a quarter, 6 points a quarter, something like that, and then I add up to the end, like two easy layups, a couple free throws. Like I always kind of thought like that. And like Joe, you and I talked about that one time. Like I forgot what WNBA player was saying that, but I always kind of thought about even in the pro-am, like I was like, okay, I get 6 points this quarter, like just by doing these couple things, try to get free throws. But like, yeah, I don't like you. Even though you was at Plant, like you scored kind of easy, but
you heard that, Joe? He talking about the home champions, even though you was at Plant. Like what was that?
No, I think you heard that wrong.
I think I heard it right. Joe heard it as well.
What did I say?
I'm just messing with you.
Oh,
now, you know what I will say, KSP. What I noticed when you and Joe came back home, and I remember, I forgot who I told this. I don't think I was ever really in real basketball shape.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I play like 4 games. I'll be like, but that's enough. Like, I'm chilling now. And then y'all could like play, y'all could recover. We'll go play later on in the day. I'll still be dragging ass. I don't think I was ever in like real basketball shape. You know what I'm saying? But it was a nice ride though. I mean, yeah. I mean, and I hate when older dudes say this. I just wish I would have probably been like a little bit better with the nutrition, with the eating and the stretching and the working out. We ain't know about no cold tubs and all that.
Right.
We got up and played, dog. I don't even think I officially knew how to stretch until I got like older.
Nah, yeah. Working out and all that, bro. I used to think working out was just going playing basketball, playing pickup.
That's what I thought it was. Like I didn't know anything about running, gases on the football field,
right.
features, and which is crazy because like I think that's one of Joe's biggest his biggest pluses is like he rarely got tired. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But if he did get tired, I'd be like, damn, like if Joe tired, well, I know.
Joe,
he had a different motor than I had.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Joe Edward.
James Solo said the Hyde Park Mayor, my OG in the building.
Who said that?
James Solo.
Oh yeah, I'm a young boy. I was out there at the hospital when he was born, man. I know his mama them.
Yeah. But so KP, who's the toughest player you played against?
Nah, we gotta get your story, bro.
We gotta get your basketball.
You know, like Dak pretty tough. I don't know, y'all. I ain't as good as y'all pause with the stories, but y'all some hell of a storytellers, bro.
Yeah, I mean, they've heard my story, man. Because I be on the final word, telling it all the time. But I started playing late, man. When Kanzaki was at the West Tampa Boys and Girls Club Duncan, I was at the Bungle Jungle catching crayfish and minnows and turtles and putting them in the bucket in my backyard. Me and Micah Jones and them. I didn't hoop, so I hit a low growth spurt. My homeboy Von Shea, his dad would always take him. He played sports year round. He played football, basketball. God bless the dead, Lucky. He had Von Shea and everything. So it was like a 3-week window where me and Von Shea could like ride bikes and hang between him playing sports and having practice all the time. And when we got to Pierce, that was the first time we had a school that had a basketball team. They had an activity bus that'll bring me home because, my folks was, working. They wouldn't go, transport like, how we do today. His times was different. And in Coach Washington, he saw me walking the halls. I hit a growth spurt. I grew like 6 inches over a summer. And it
was really over a month.
Like a month, 6 inches.
Nobody believes that story when I tell it.
Yeah, that's why I had those stretch marks on my shoulders when I was in high school and stuff. I grew so fast, like 6 inches in like a month. So when Coach Washington saw me in the hallway, asked me was I coming out to play. And, honestly, I was kind of scared, but Von Shea was there. So that was like my comfort zone. And so they would be like, line up for layups. I would get to the back of the line and watch what everybody else does. And then I would try to, mimic what I saw them doing. And, I caught on pretty fast. And first game, and this is why I was never nervous to play a game. My first game, I couldn't sleep that night. I was nervous all day in school, had butterflies. I was terrified. And actually we was playing Wilson, which I thought Dak was on that team, but he wasn't. Because the day before we played them, me and Von Shea was walking home from the club, and you remember that back gate where the pole was, and they had the other little small gate where you had to kind of turn sideways and get through in the back.
On the back street, New Jersey.
Yep, right back there. When we was going through there, we ran into I know it was Eric Thorpe, Drew, and Rodney Mills, and they was talking, man, we're gonna blow y'all out tomorrow, this and that and the other, and all this stuff, and in practice, I used to be killing. I used to be like, because I was bigger than everybody. I could get the rebound, miss, get it back, miss. Like I see kids doing that now. I didn't jump. I would be flat-footed doing this, but I was bigger than everybody, and Coach Washington used to be yelling at me to jump. I'm like, why am I jump? I'm getting the ball and I'm dropping buckets. I'm saying, like, what I need to jump for? So fast forward, nervous as hell, nervous on the bus. We play our first game. We play in Wilson. Coach called the first 5 out. He don't call me out. I don't start, so I'm coming off the bench. First quarter pass, I didn't get in. Second quarter pass, I didn't get in. Third quarter pass, I didn't get in. Fourth quarter pass, fourth quarter starts. And I remember Rodney, which is, my guy, but he was a jerk, bro. Such an a-hole.
Joe, let me. I might have been at this game. Was it at Plant or was it at Jefferson?
I think it was at Jefferson. Because I remember they was walking, the fourth quarter's about to start, and Rodney go grab Eric Thorpe and Drew in front of our bench, and he gonna grab them and point and be like, "Look, Joe, I didn't get it again." They laughing and shit. But I was hot, And so I
might have been at that game. Apparently, Jefferson was my second home. I might have been at that game.
Yeah, so coach didn't put me in at all, man. And I was like, I'd never be nervous for a game again. So then the next game we played Coleman, Rodney Lewis was on that team, and I got a few minutes of playing time. And Rodney was from Culver City, but his cousin Ron lived in West Tampa around the corner from us, so he would be over there on the weekends sometimes. So he got a lot of tick I didn't. So then I was like, well, I guess I got to jump. So really, Coach Watson was playing me because I wouldn't jump, even though I could rebound and put back. So I started jumping, and I started doing good. And I was going to start this first game. Broke my thumb. The next game, I broke my thumb in PE, so I was out for the season. Right. So hurt, broke thumb, cast on my wrist. Hooped every day in practice. Still went to practice every day with that cast on. It was so dirty and stank, but I just hooped and worked on my left hand. That next year I started. We lost one game. Lost one game in the season. Went off to high school, and I was one of the few guys.
Oh wait, your ninth grade year, y'all lost one game?
Yeah, we lost.
Who beat y'all? Wilson?
No. Y'all almost had us. I think we beat y'all in overtime.
You know what I remember about that game? And I love Von Shea, Sergeant Rock. That's my guy. Mm-hmm. Can I curse on him? I've been trying to stop cursing.
It's a family show. If you've been trying to stop cursing, it's a family show.
Oh shoot! I'm out here saying crazy words and all that.
That's crazy. Yeah. Von Shea be talking about fourth quarter, take your jerseys out like UNLV.
Running Rebels. We was the UNLV running Rebels, and we'll hold the.
I say, shut up, dog. And you know the worst part, Kevin? They literally ran away from us in the fourth quarter.
Yeah,
man, the people got probably like 6 or 7 uncontested layups, all just running.
All right, so who did we lose to? We actually lost to. We beat
Burns.
No, it was Chris Hockley and Damon Smith. They were at Adams. Yes, Adams. We were up 10 in the fourth, and they came back and beat us by 1. So Webb beat Adams. They only lost 1 game. So we beat Webb. Webb only lost 1 game, and Adams beat us. So we all 3 beat each other. So what they did was they did a mini playoff. I'm still hot about this. They did a mini.
Wait a minute, though. That's what happened during the football season, remember?
Yeah, with y'all, right?
Yeah, because we beat whatever it was. We was all 5-1. Us, Webb, and Tomlin, and they did the Kansas shootout at Tech.
Yeah,
I know it happened in basketball too.
Yeah, so that's what they did. So they flipped the coin or whatever. So we had to play Tech. We had to play Webb. So it was 1 quarter. We played them was it a half or a quarter?
Probably a quarter.
Yeah, I think it was a quarter. So we played Webb for 1 quarter. They beat us by 2. So then we played Adams for a quarter. We beat Adams by like 7.
Yeah.
So then they let Webb and Adams go. I'm like, hold on. How
y'all even there for then?
Right. Yeah, that's what I was like, how does that work? I was like, nah. So Webb and Adams need to play, and if I don't remember how it was like it was just crazy. Like, okay, so all of us beat each other again, basically.
Yeah.
And but they let Webb and Adams go because that's when they flipped the coin. Actually, they flipped the coin, and so we was out like that. And then Adams ended up losing to Drake in them at Burns, and Webb won the chip. And if we would have played the full game, we'd have beat Webb again.
Webb had a little wave over there. I think the time we was in junior high, they won it in football and basketball.
Dang.
They had a little wave over there.
Yeah, but I'm still high about that. I don't know how I remember all this stuff. I can't remember what I ate for breakfast.
But look, in football, it was even worse. So we got the Tech. Webb and Tomlin played while we sat in the stands and just waited.
Right.
Then they let us warm up for like 20 minutes, and then we played Webb, and then we beat Webb. So then we went on or whatever. But I didn't realize it happened. It was a 3-way tie in football and basketball.
Mm-hmm. Yep. That's how it went.
Then we all got to high school, but Kev wasn't here yet.
Yeah, we got to high school. So I played at Jefferson. My first game against Jesuit, I had like 17 and 13. My second game against Gaither, I had 20 and 12. My third game against Plant, just coming out of from middle school, got double and triple team. I had 4 points.
Hey, skip the preamble, just the stats. You ran off all the other stats. What were the stats?
4 points. Four. I don't know how many rebounds I had. I don't even remember. I just know I had 4, and it was very difficult and physical. So then everybody just, when they played us, like they would just double me, and then so Corey Curry would just dribble to the basket, go behind his back every time.
Behind the back.
Every time. I think he made the layup like twice the whole season.
Every time it's behind the back.
So we won 3 games that year. Leto played me straight up. I had 25. I was and I remember we played Tampa Catholic, and this is Tampa Catholic, #1 in the state. They had Eric Hayes,
Andrew Walter.
Yeah, that's the big white dude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he kicked me. So me and Von Shea actually got in trouble for getting our shooting shirts. So coach was like, he wasn't gonna play us. So we didn't start or nothing like that. So we having a good old time on the bench. I really didn't want this smoke. The big ass white dude out there. So we was like chilling.
He was tough too. So
yeah, we were chilling having
a good time. So KSP, when I left Wilson in the 9th grade, I was getting ready to go to TC. That's how I know who Drew is. That's when Summer League used to be at UT.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Like I remember, I came in, I like entered the ball to the post, 1 dribble. He put that thing on the numbers. I was like, damn.
Hey.
Yeah, Drew was tough.
Yeah, he was tough, man. And so we was playing them, and coach said we weren't gonna play, but then we was up like by 2. And going into in the second quarter, we was winning. We was actually playing really well. So I remember coach said, "Hey, big boy, I know I told you weren't gonna play today, but I need to get your ass in."
Hey, coach gonna win all that, man.
Yeah. So soon as I get in there, Drew make a move and try to shoot. I block it. Beat it up, right?
Yeah.
You want the stat line?
For you?
Yeah.
5.
10th grade now.
Oh, 10th grade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you 8. 8 and 8.
I got
1
4.
block, 5 fouls. That block was all I ain't getting nothing.
You were putting that shoulder on your chest.
Yeah, he would dribble and jump into me, head fake, jump into, and he would call foul on me every time. I didn't know what to do. He was coming out of middle school, and yeah, that was pretty much it for me. And now we would have had a really good team that my 10th grade year. That probably would have been our best team. But Coach Stevens, he was God bless the dead. He had came in and he knew he was getting that job because Coach Benson was the coach at Jefferson for a long time. So he came and watched one of their games at the end. OJ got subbed out the game, went to the bench and put his headphones on and kicked his legs up. Eric Hayes trying to fight somebody. He jumping around on the court. I don't remember what Gerald Mack did. So Coach came and he had
you said Eric Hayes?
I mean Eric Lee. I'm sorry, Eric Lee.
ELE. Okay.
Yep. So
they didn't play the next year.
Yeah. So Coach had a basketball interest meeting, and he called all of their names and he told them what they did. And I remember everybody was like laughing when he was saying what they did, and he was like, Y'all will not play on this team. Get out my gym.
Oh, that'd have been y'all best team.
Yeah, on like some Joe Clark. Because we had a dude named Elliot Martinez. He ended up leaving, going to Miami's Sunset. He was our best player, and so we would have had Gerald Mack, OJ. We had Mike Pulaski, who was a senior. He was a big guy, and then we would have had all the guys we had my junior year too. You know what I mean? That would have been our best team, and we probably could have made it run. Well, yeah, we had to go through Lake Wales, and I don't know if that would have happened. But
so the guy that went to Sunset, that's the guy who was at the Jumanji tournament a couple years ago.
Yeah.
I remember him.
No, he was good though. He was real good. He was our best player by far.
Yeah.
And Yeah, so that's how that happened. So then the next year, coach, the guy straightened up, got good grades. He let him back on the team. We lost 5 games. In my senior year, we lost 3 games. Couldn't get through Tech. My senior year, we had Kathleen was in our district. So Tech was number 1 in the state. Kathleen was number 2 in the state, and we were number 4. And that was
The same district.
all in the same district.
All us at Jesuit, dog.
Yeah, that was a tough district, bro.
Yeah, it was
that
crazy.
Was tough, bro. That was stacked up.
Yeah, so we end up getting bounced, and then didn't score high enough on our SAT or the ACT. Went to JUCO, blew up even more. Had a lot more looks. I had committed to the College of Charleston out of high school, and I didn't score high enough, and so then me and Shake actually both had committed, and so I didn't score high enough on the SAT. I couldn't go. And Shake decommitted and went to Western Kentucky.
Joe, did you tell the another day that I was randomly at Jefferson to write the paper?
Nah, I'll tell that story later on another episode. So I went to JUCO, blew up even more, but still wasn't doing nothing in class. Dropped the math class, and couldn't go Division I. I had committed to Alabama. Me and the coach in Alabama had a plan, and I let Ted Owens come to the house and, pretty much talked me out of my draws. Pause. I signed with St. Leo and went there, broke my foot. And he was a hell of a recruiter, bro. That's why, I learned a lot about this recruiting process with my son from me dealing with, Ted. Yep. And,
why do I have you signing with St. Leo at a Tech game? I mean, at a Riverfront League game.
We did because and that's another story when Demetri Hill had baked me a cake, man.
Yeah,
the meat hook, and I was like, man, I ain't good enough to play in no Alabama, and so I called to St. Leo, and
No, now that I look back, dog, we were so dramatic, dog. One bad game, now we the worst players.
Yo, I know. I was just being insecure. Didn't have any guidance. Didn't have any. We talk about it all the time. That whole recruitment process, we went through that by ourselves. At least me. I know I did. I went through the whole.
Me and Joe was meeting with coaches Dolo, boy. I remember
same way with me. Listen, I only got lucky. I got lucky because the coach at Norfolk State, he would call the house and didn't talk to me at the house.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I met with the coach from Quinn in the teachers' lounge at Plant. It wasn't at Jefferson this time, Joe, but it was. I was in the teachers' lounge at Plant, Dolo by myself, talking to a college recruiter, dog.
Yeah, no, that's how it was.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously that's the way. I mean, Joe be involved with JoJo Junk all the time because he did it. If he didn't go through that, we probably wouldn't be the same. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they could probably sell him a bill of goods and he'll go for it. But the fact that Joe went through it and then too, especially the whole Alabama thing, that really had me. I was like, "Well, Joe going to Alabama? They putting out all the pros. We going to the league, Tim."
Yeah. I mean, that's what you call it. Who had just left Alabama?
McDice,
MC Dice.
All them dudes was. Well, McDice would have been there when I was there, but it was Robert Orr, Jason Caffey, all them dudes.
Caffey, yeah, Caffey.
Yeah, I messed it up. So went to St. Leo, man, got a degree out of the deal, and it's been working, man, and that's it. Look how long y'all made me go, man. Waste all that time.
My bad, Bo. Go ahead.
Who's the toughest player you ever played against, KP?
Bro, I think about this all the time. It's always like error type. The best player I ever played against, but at the game he played, he didn't really care. Everybody know Chase McGrady. We played against Chase McGrady, but he wasn't the best player because he was just lollygagging. So as far as the people obviously we know what Tracy McGrady do, but in the game he wasn't. Probably I always see it differently. And y'all agree with this because we all played together, but the best player was probably Anthony Carter. I played against him at Norfolk State when he was at Hawaii. We had a pretty good battle, but I always think about when I play against players that consistently. Obviously, Anthony Carter was a good basketball player, went to the league. But like the dudes that you play against every day in pickup or rec center, and you know what they're gonna do, and they still get 25, 30 points. Like to me, that's impressive. And like what Damian Wolford for Norfolk was like that, bro. Like he was slow, wasn't athletic, but practice games, like I watched it firsthand. Obviously, he was like third leading scorer in the nation, but
Crazy.
like he and you knew what he was gonna do, and he still did it. And then we all know players like that.
Yeah.
But like that's like to me, that's more impressive than somebody that might have a career game or a career day or something just because you're on the same court at the same time. Like I think that's kind of impressive.
Warford was hard to guard. He was doing that step back stuff back then. He would bump you, and he was stepping back, getting that separation back then. That jump was hard to guard, bro. It was slow. Like you said, you knew he was going to do it every time, but yeah, it was definitely hard to guard.
And probably like KP just said, like you kind of do it by eras. Like Joe always talk about the guys that kind of matured real quick. Like Drake had a little run where he was like Superman, but then you had like E. Hayes and you had like Derek Smith. But probably consistently the best player I thought, other than like KP just said, the big name, probably Dame at Tech though. Like
Damian Smith, yep.
Yeah, it was just like, you know, he wasn't one of them guys. If he went left, it was a pull-up jumper. He would go left and finish with the left. You know what I'm saying? But he can also go right and finish with the right. Then he can pull up and hit the jumper. He can use the glass. He finished well around the rim with both hands. And he'll sneak, then he'll dunk you. Then, like, I think Dame was a victim of kind of like, I don't know if you want to call it like stereotyping, but like people hear Tech and hear Damon Smith and they want to equate that with high basketball IQ.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And like,
he's just an athlete. He runs.
Yeah, but like though, like, and maybe it's the simplicity of Dame's game, and he just made it look easy. But like, Dame probably one of the best players to come through here that don't get the credit. It's hard to say he don't get the credit. He scored like 1,500 points in 3 years.
Yeah.
He made it look easy too, bro.
He made it look easy.
2.5 years because he wasn't eligible. He was only eligible half a season his 10th grade.
Yeah, so probably like on the consistent, probably Dame. Like,
yeah, he was the toughest for me in high school.
Yeah,
he was. Well, him and Vince Carter. Vince was probably the toughest in high school.
So what you say? That day when we was in the 10th grade and Dame had the ball on the perimeter, you ran out there.
Yeah, we both had to play with our back to the basket in middle school. He was at Adams and I was at Pierce.
Now, Joe, don't confuse the junior high school.
Yeah, junior high. And you know, I had my coach played for the Celtics back in the 60s, old school. If you was big, you just played in the post. You know what I mean? So I played in the post. I played in the kind of like the high post in junior high, but in high school, I played with back to the basket. So Dame played with his back to the basket in junior high. So I'm thinking it's going to be the same thing. He catch the ball on the wing and go around me dribbling the ball. I stopped him like, hey, what you doing dribbling? Like, you ain't supposed to be dribbling. Why is he here? So that was a guard, you know what I mean? Like, so damn, I could let me do that,
guard, bro.
Well, I tell everybody that's the one dude that everybody got stories about. Everybody, there's no doubt in my mind that dude should have been in the league. No, that dude, it was so easy for him, bro.
Yeah, Dame probably consistently Dame, and then like obviously like we play in the Riverfront League at Tech, like just the sound that the ball make when Gary Alexander slap it, you be like, damn, like you know what I'm saying? And then he kind of looked like a bodybuilder too. But then he's 6'7", you know what I'm saying? So like it's levels to it, though. It's levels. But like I remember like Dame coming to Riverfront League, though, semi-late, pulling in, though, like hair halfway braided, giving James Harper and them dudes work, though.
Mm-hmm.
You remember that, Joe?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Nah, he just ain't care, bro. He ain't see nobody, bro. Like he was
fearless, didn't care.
Yeah, he ain't care.
Fight anybody, like all that, bro. He ain't care. KP was at Norfolk State from 97 to 99, if I'm Yep. So the best player I have ever played against, when I first got to Polk, K2 Davis was still there, and like, cause he was getting ready to go to Georgia. He was an All-American in JUCO at Polk. And like those dogs that Tim was talking about that was at Pope, like they used to lock up defensively. K2 was out there making fools out of us. He was playing pickup. He was like dribbling through our legs, like we was little kids, bro. It was like kind of embarrassing. You know what I mean? Like that dude was pretty damn good, man. And he did work at Georgia, but for him, when I used to see guys like that, and I'm like, he not in the league, I don't stand a chance. Yeah, like when I seen Lewis Rowe, like when Lewis Rowe was playing in the pro-am, I told him this a couple of months ago. Lou Rowe, that's O'Neal Delancey's uncle. He was his mom, O'Neal's mom's twin.
Okay.
When we used to see him in Riverfront League, and bro, a big point guard out there like that with that size, and I used to be like, man, if he ain't in the league, man, I don't got a shot. You know what I mean? You know, it was just certain guys, man, that was like that. We played against Ed Gray. He was at Southern Idaho.
He went to Cal. Right?
He went to Cal. He played for the Hawks for a little while. He was really good. Victor Page is up there as well. You know, those are the guys I think that was.
Joe, what about the guy you called me on? I think this was your freshman year. I think you said his name was Fitzgerald, Fitzsimmons.
Yeah, Fitzgerald at Seminole.
So he had how big? He was like big with the handles and the long ball.
Yeah, we was like the same size. We both were thin, and but he kind of put you in the mind of Rashard Lewis. He had he kind of looked like that, had that same build. Yeah, he was nice. He played at Seminole Community College. Now, our second year when Tim was there, we played them. He was, I guess he was ineligible or whatever. And he's just one of them guys that took the JUCO route, got lost in the shuffle. You know.
Yeah.
Yep. All right. So, Tim, who's your favorite all-time teammate?
I'm gonna be biased about it, obviously, bro. But like, it's really kind of like two, but it go like like as you get older, you think about things that happen. Like even us talking here, right? Like about things like so. Like Joe, you probably my most favorite teammate, and that's just like from. Because Joe, as good as I don't ever think, Phi, you ever really realize how good you were, bro. Because you were such a good teammate, and not just to me. You was a good teammate to everybody. Like, and that, like, you would sacrifice a lot of stuff that you could have did for the team to win. Like, you would pass the ball. You would play defense. You would protect your teammates. So and then even after we wouldn't hoop unless we played on the same team for like years when we came home, bro. Like, and we went anywhere we was, and we already kind of knew whatever we was gonna do on the court. Like, kind of could have probably played blind. And then the other one besides you, because obviously we on the podcast, everybody gonna be like, oh, of course you're gonna say that. I'd probably say Todd, bro. I got his son. I got his son jersey on, Tyler. So Todd was a pretty good teammate, bro, because he was, probably the best point guard that I ever played with. Pause. He led the nation in assists, but he would always know, just from basketball perspective, he's a good person outside of the basketball court. So, like, you play a game, it's only 40, 32, 38, 42 minutes, whatever. But, like, if he knew a teammate was struggling, he'd make a conscious effort to make sure they get the ball. Like, do something to get the ball, fast break or something. So I always kind of remember that. So he was a pretty good teammate.
Yeah. I'll probably go with rest God bless the dead, probably Dan Wood, Daniel Craig Wood. He spent a lot of time at my grandma's house too. His parents was kind of off doing their thing on the island, so he'll always be at our house with that white Mazda 929. And Wood was about 6'3", left-handed, quirky little game. He could get up off two or whatever. We spent a lot of time together off the court. So probably like Wood and probably in like junior high and stuff, probably Rodney Mills. just because, like Joe said, we all grew up together, and Rodney was kind of like a lovable jerk. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, Rodney do something like I saw Rodney, a dude left it. Rodney saw the dude getting ready to leave his shoes on the bench. And we was getting on the bus to go to wherever we was going to play at Chamberlain or something. And Rodney seen the dude kind of looking through his bag. Rodney was like, "Oh, so you just left your shoes on the bench?" And like I remember thinking to myself, like, "Damn, Rodney, I thought you was finna tell him he left his shoes on the bench." You know what I'm saying? Rodney was like, "That's more playing time for me and you." I was like, "That's crazy." Oh, like, you know, let our teammate leave his shoes on. And I probably should have like consciously said something. You know what I'm saying? KSP, like I should have.
So Rodney was ahead of his time.
Shout out to my man Mike Williams.
That might be
Mike. What up?
He played with us at Pope.
Ahead of his time might be pause worthy too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but Rodney. So definitely Daniel Craig Wood, rest in peace, and then probably that Ernest Roselle Mills. What Mike Williams, Joe?
Mike Williams, the local guy.
Huh?
Remember the local guy at Pope? I used to call him the local guy.
No, how many Mike Williams do you think we know, though?
I know about 10 Mike Williams, bro. No cap. But a quick story about Mike Williams. When I went on my visit to St. Leo, and one of the reasons that I signed there too, that kind of helped me make the decision, it was a bunch of guys from Hillsborough County that I was familiar with. Like St. Leo used to be loaded with Hillsborough County back then. They don't really recruit out the county like that now. But Mike Williams went on a visit with me when we went. And when I tell you, he was balling. He was balling, bro. Like dunking out. He hit every three. I don't think he missed a shot. Putting that thing on the floor. I was like, man, they finna offer my boy, man. And they did. I think I might went to Payne. You know,
the local guy. Yeah, Mike Joyce called him the local guy.
Yeah, Mike was balling, bro.
Let me just say this too. I'm gonna say this, and I know I don't know if it's an era thing or whatever, and maybe it's because like we really grew up together. Like I used to take a real big sense of pride, like when I would see one of y'all on TV or see one of y'all in the paper. You know what I'm saying? Like I think my two proudest moments is one when Carl, I was senior year KSP, your junior year in high school. Carl he hit the light switch and he had like a 7-game stretch, dog, where he missed like 9 shots. And they went up to Tallahassee at Tampa Prep. They won the Governor's Cup. Like Carl went crazy. And then like probably my favorite moment is like when Joe got the poke and it was dudes there from Chicago and dudes there from Detroit. You know what I'm saying? And like Joe was over there laying it down. You know what I'm saying? They over there, they laughing. He got the heel figure with the jean shorts on.
Tucked in, the shirt was tucked in.
He kept that. He got the high top.
I was a J boy, man. It was pretty boys out of Jefferson, man.
I don't know why he used to tuck his shirt in all the time.
Our coach made us, bro. I was conditioned. We couldn't walk to school without the shirt tucked in.
Yeah, but like the way Joe kind of like, and it's funny, like even though Joe obviously a Tampa guy, like Joe kind of like a legend in Polk County. Like you say Joe name, like you know, like I don't know if you was in the mall, like Tracy McGrady will walk up and be like Joe Phi. You know what I'm saying? Like Joe kind of a big deal in Polk County. That's probably like my proudest moment.
Not no more. Back in the 1900s, maybe, but not no more.
I was happy that like he was over there at a D1 JUCO. They had just one state, and like he was the best player on the team, and he got guys from Detroit and Chicago calling back home talking about him.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you know what I'm saying?
That's how Jeff. I remember Jeff used to talk about like because you know Jeff was kind of like thought if he averaged 18 and Joe averaged 17, he must be better than him, average more points. So he was like, "Oh, I would be playing over Joe," and I never forget, bro. Like, you know, hey, Joe used to make Jeff feel like a little boy, dog. Couldn't do nothing, bro. Like, and at the end, I mean, to his credit though, he realized that too, and like had to work on his game to get better. But like, it's just be a dose of reality because you know there's some guys you can see it now when guys go to high school, but they're better when they get to college.
Yeah,
because they get more freedom. That's kind of how Joe, as good as Joe was in high school, most of it was because he was taller, more athletic. Like he actually was able to use his skills more at Polk than he did even in high school.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. My favorite teammates, number one, I got KP as well. And I ain't just saying that because we're on a podcast, but we was Mel Gibson and Danny Glover, man. I was Danny Glover, but we were a package deal. Now, but yeah, that was that. Like KP said, we want to go if KP ain't on the team, I ain't playing. Like guys would call me from the pro-am and be like, hey, we want to run on our pro-am team. I'm like, hey, if KP ain't playing, I ain't running, and vice versa. And the other one was and Todd's my Todd was my point guard, man. He's my number one point guard all time. It's tough because I had Daniel Palmer at St. Leo, I had Todd at Polk, I had Von Shea in high school. So it's like a toss-up with Todd and Von Shea at the point guard spot. But my other favorite teammate, man, was Dave Rivera. Even though it was only short-lived, Dave was kind of like and you kind of see it with him now when we played now. He's kind of he was kind of like we'll be out there playing. He'd be like, yo, Joe, he can't F with you, Joe. He can't F with you. And I ain't talk no trash or nothing like that, but I used to be like, hell no, he can't. You know what I mean? Like, give you a little extra. And I remember we were playing more.
His wasn't fake either. Like,
it wasn't.
No. Yeah, hey, I got a chance to rock with Dave 2 years ago, and I was like, bro, this man got me so ready to go ham. I'm like, I'm 46 years old, bro, and like he was just so like I can see why you say that about Dave, bro. Like he was a good teammate, bro.
He's a great teammate, bro. Like he was, if something go down, he on front line. You know what I mean? Like all that. And Lauren Woods told me about when he played with KG at Minnesota, which he felt like was his best seasons. He was like, it was because KG was like what he described, with how KG used to hype him up and get him right and make him feel like he can do anything. That's what Dave Rivera used to do for me. And I remember we played Morningside. Morningside was the number 2 D2 team in the country. And Showbiz, they had some real good guards. We had Showbiz and all of them out there. Brett, all of them in foul trouble off top first half. Midway in the second half, all of them got like 3. So Coach Hanks put Dave Rivera at the point at 6'9". I was at the 2 at 6'9". We had Austin at 3, Squire 6'11". Like we was huge.
Yeah.
Bro, I tell you,
that's crazy. We was huge. Wow.
But when I tell you we ran the show and went in the half up 10 with Dave running the point.
Yeah.
I had that film, bro. I had that video on. I had that game on tape, bro, for a long time. But they second half he went back like Dave was like that, bro. He could play 1 through 5. To me he's the most underrated player in Hillsborough County history. Because at 6'9", he could legit play the 1 through 5 and guard back then.
And he used to talk trash too, bro.
And used to talk, yes, the whole game nonstop.
Respectful too, though. Like it would be more motivating trash talk though.
Yeah.
Right. Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah, like motivating though.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Who that was, Joe?
That was that's Dwight Jackson. Dwight Jackson.
What'd he say?
He said, Dak, I didn't know Dak was a hooper.
That's crazy. Didn't know Dak was a hooper. KSP is crazy.
He was younger, so by the time he came around, you was in flip-flops up there just shooting jumpers on the
out there capping. He was out there capping. He probably just came from the bar.
Yeah.
He was young.
I got a random KSP story, so you gonna remember this. I think, so this would have been your sophomore year, KSP. We was in 11th grade. And I think y'all used to have that tree and all the leaves used to get on the ground at y'all house. And you know what I'm talking about, KSP?
Yeah.
KSP was his mom wanted him to rake the yard, Joe. And he was like, I can't rake the yard. I got a game tonight. I might get a blister on my hand. She's like, bro, you don't even play, yo. Like, go and rake the yard.
Yeah, my mom ain't play that jump, bro. That's
I was
crazy,
like,
bro. My mom ain't care. She like, bro,
no,
I was trying to be slick. The game was on like Sunday or something. I was
yeah,
supposed to do it on Saturday, so I'm laying down and try to cap and not rake the yard. Yeah, I got upset. My mom woke me up Sunday.
yeah. Like,
Like,
come on,
hey, you
bro.
gonna go rake leaves? I'm like, Mom, I got a game today. I can't do it today. She's like, you not gonna play?
Yeah, that remind me. When y'all were playing for the Spartans, we had went like undefeated, unscored on. And my grandma was making me a sandwich. She was like, "I'm gonna come to the homecoming game and y'all play the Eagles at Hillsboro." She said, "But you think you gonna get on the field this year?" I remember walking to the boys' club thinking like, "How am I gonna get on this field?" We used to do special teams first. I went and started a fight. First punt down, I started the fight. You know when the ball be just bouncing,
Yeah.
and I hit somebody,
Crackback.
got into it. Huh?
Crackback.
Yeah, we got into it. Coach Mayo, God bless the dead, made us do Oklahoma drills. The dude ended up like crying, talking about his shoulder was hurt. I was the starting tight end and outside linebacker after that. I ain't know what I was gonna do to get on that field. Boy, them mamas and grandma in the 90s ain't give a damn about your little feelings, boy.
For real.
Yeah. One of my favorite dad stories, because like, my dad, he was, go to work, come home, pay bills, make sure the lights on. Once I started hoping he'd come to games, that was it. He never come to a summer league game or anything like that. But anything with the school, he was there.
Yeah.
So, one of my favorite dad stories, man. We was in the Riverfront League. That's what me and Ten had on branched off. It was like Captain America Civil War. You had half of the crew over here, half of the crew over there. You know what I mean? So if I'm Captain America, Drake is Iron Man on the other side, which y'all not Marvel guys, so that's probably going over y'all head.
Yeah, I have no. Yeah,
I got it, bro. I got it. Take it easy.
I was trying to use my context clue.
Yeah, so we went solo, right? So we was playing the Riverfront League, and we had like guys weren't showing up. So it was me, 10, Leo Murray, and I want to say, was it Jeff Warburton?
Yeah, Jeff played.
It was Jeff Warburton. We had 4 guys, right? And so we about to forfeit this game, man. And 10 Daddy and Leo Dad, they used to come to, all the game, everything. So 10 Dad was up there. We got 4 guys, man. We about to forfeit this game. And then 10 Daddy stand up and he said, "Hey, man, y'all need one?" This man got on some jeans shorts, some white low tops K Swiss with no socks on. And we was like, yeah, and man, Mr. Perry came right there and got it in with us, bro. I don't think we lost, bro, with Mr. Perry. Did we lose?
I don't remember we lost or not. I was just like, no, my dad crazy.
We were still winning, bro. We was winning, and I think we ran off about 3, and then I think I want to say either Shake came home or Mario came, and then we was
it
like,
was Shake, yeah, Shake played.
Shake came home, and then so he was like, "Y'all got 5, y'all good." I think he still played 1 or 2 games coming off the bench. I think we had like 7. We had like 7. Then he went back and sat in the crowd. But man, bro, that was the coolest shit. That was cool, bro. Like, man,
Joe talked about that for years, though.
Yeah, man. That was
yeah, man. My pop loved the hoop, bro. He loved basketball, bro.
Yeah.
That was a cool thing. That was a cool thing. Like, that you talked about that. Like, we all had some amazing teammates. Even just, I mean, it's impossible to name 1 or 2, right? Like, but I think about the dudes we hooped with after college and all that. A lot of really good teammates. But like, the cool thing was being from Tampa and Hillsborough County. Like, I used to always see dudes, even if at the time I didn't even know him. Like, for example, I didn't know Shark at the time when he was at Cookman, but I knew he was from Tampa. Yes, but I knew he was from Tampa. So like, you see if you have a good game, like all that was like kind of cool to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, you see them dudes that went on to school and played good at whatever college. I used to always watch that. Now I used to always think I used to always want to have good games, especially at Norfolk. And then then they put the little ticker across with your name and a score,
Yep.
just so people back home could be like, "Dang, Kevin had a good game. He was balling." So that was always kind of a motivating factor for me as well.
Yeah. We had like a certain camaraderie, like with our class, really like 94, like 93, 94, 95, 96. You know what I'm saying? Like the young boys kind of, that class of 98, they kind of under us a little bit, Joe. Like they wasn't in high school with us, so they kind of our young boys, but it was a lot of camaraderie. It was a lot of competition too, though.
Yeah.
It was a lot of friendship, you know what I'm saying, and like wanting the other person to do good. Like that's what I kind of remember about our little clicolation. We wanted everybody to do well,
Right.
Whether it was football, you know what I'm saying, or whatever it was. But yeah, we had some wild days though.
Rick Green. Go ahead, bro.
I remember one day we was at Tampa Prep, and we had been out on a legendary night though. And it might have been Jim Boeheim needed a big man to play with Casey because it wasn't no bigs up there. And Joe, did I call you?
Nah, Coach Philin called me. Coach Philin called and was like, he needed a big man to play against Casey.
And Joe, being the soldier he is, dog, probably ain't had 2 hours of sleep.
Had just got home, bro. Still tipsy from last night.
Alcohol pouring out his pores, dog.
I show up at the gym. I'm thinking we just finna get up and down. They need somebody to, give me a little resistance. I come in the gym just, thinking they practicing and they need me. So I get up, brush my teeth, all that, get up and walk. I walk in the gym. Jim Boeheim in there. Seth Greenberg in there, and it was like two other guys in there.
It was live, Tim.
Hell no.
And Joe, I was like, "Boy, you all right?" He was like, "I'm straight." And and I think that's when Casey had kind of got his swagger a little bit too,
Yeah.
And then I will say this on the return story, he put it on Joe ass that day.
No, not that day.
I thought
the day he put it on me. So I came home from this when I broke my foot at St. Leo. So I had came back from my injury, and anytime somebody gets hurt like that, you go through a phase where you're like, I'm never gonna be the same.
Yeah.
So I hit the rehab real hard. I came back, got in shape, ran up them hills, and I came home and they had the AAU team up there with BB Walden, KC, all them was on the squad. And, and I was straight. So I got it on the post. I said, good cut, boy. That was my patent. Casey turned his head. I went baseline and dunked on him chest to chest on the other side. Boom! Go down, come back again. I caught him again. Boom! So then he was acting like his ankle was hurt and he went out. 2 weeks later, being home, drinking, all that little running and shit I had wore off. I went to that gym, and that day it was the boys from Vanderbilt was there because Drake played at Vanderbilt. So Rodney McNamara was there. Rodney McNamara, Pax Whitehead. James Harper was in there. Everybody was in there, right? Casey was in there, 16 years old. And he baked me a cake. And
I've been waiting to see you.
I felt like when Hakeem, it was on David Robinson ass. Like that's how I felt, boy. He baked everybody a cake in there.
Yeah.
I was like, man, this jet is the greatest I have. You talk bad about Casey going to Duke? Like, bro, Casey just Duke probably he got a national championship and all that, but he probably should have went to Florida State or something. He would have had a long NBA career, bro. Like that dude, man, he kicked my ass. He kicked them boys from Vanderbilt ass. And so then I get this call about they need somebody to bump against Trey with Casey or whatever. Yeah. And I come in the gym and Boeheim and all them in there, and I'm like, hell no, this shit ain't finna embarrass me. and I battled his ass. I made it real tough for him.
You right, because Boeheim asked about you.
Yeah, Boeheim was like, hey, who is
right.
He was trying to recruit me. And he was like, man, that drunk motherfucker at St. Leo.
Let me just came from the bar.
Oh. Yeah, that shit was finna embarrass me at that, boy.
Yeah, dog. It's just funny how drinking be a reoccurring theme in our life or whatever. And me and KSP was talking about it, dog. When the Super Bowl was here a couple of years ago, I was like, I don't think I drink no more, dog. I think we had a nice little run, dog. I remember, dog, we was in front of my grandma's house one day talking, and UGK was in concert at Club Atlanta, and it started storming rain. So me and Tim went in the house. It stormed for like 40 minutes. Then it stopped. So me and Tim was drunk. I was like, fuck it, Tim. Oh, excuse me. I was like, we might as well just walk down to Club Atlanta. Walk to Club Atlanta from my grandma's house. It starts back pouring as soon as we get in there, dog. It was almost like we had our own personal UGK concert, and they performed, dog, like it was 10,000 people in there.
Yeah.
At KSP.
That's crazy.
Bro, we was in concert.
Yeah. In concert.
Yeah, how was that night?
I don't know.
That probably one of those nights for my mom, because I used to tell my mom, I used to be getting my mom a car, and I used to be like, hey, mom, I'm finna go to Dak's house. And then and every night, and then I would be all over the damn place. I would go to Dak's house, but then we would leave, and I'd be all over. So I made sure I didn't go to Dak.
Hold on. Now you see what is Dak and them. I'm going, you know, like, he's not. It's some nights he's not even coming to my house.
Yeah. But he ain't lying. Dak and them.
If I was going to your house, I was going to your house.
No, but I'm saying like, and then we'll end up in Daytona or something.
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, my name is always in the front, though.
Yeah.
Dak and them.
I was a kid. God. Yeah, I don't know where you was at that night with that.
That must have been one of the nights when she said, well, make sure you only go to Dak's house and you don't go nowhere else. Because like when she said something like that, if I would have went somewhere else, something bad was going to happen. So I probably stayed home that day, like, because she said that.
I'm going to tell you something funny about that too. Like when Wood was at Plant, God bless the dead, and his parents, like, he would drive. They would be okay if he was coming to my house. Like, well, okay, if you're just gonna go to Dak's house and but just park the car and then y'all don't do anything. I'm like, boy, cause my grandma would be like, where them keys at? I'd be like, I'm dropping dime, 10 Wood got them. She'd be like,
you the common denominator though.
Yeah.
Club Atlanta is definitely the greatest club of all time. Remember Biggie Smalls was there and we walked up there?
Yeah.
When the truck got stuck in that mud that time, my parents was out of town, and then the truck just dusted. We messing with Dak. we looking at the fireworks down in over there, like what's the Davis, not Davis, over that way, Carver Island, over that way. And it was we had to miss our turn, and so it's just this big old field of mud, right? And I was like, nah, I can't go through that, man. I ain't gonna make it. And then Dak told me, what you talking about, man? This is dusty. I used to call my daddy old truck.
I hyped you up. He Dave Rivera. He Dave Rivera.
I hit the damn mud. I got stuck, bro. We stuck in the mud. Now we had all just got new shoes from the mall. And so now our shoes, we in this mud, bro. And it was a Mexican dude that had like a Bigfoot truck, man. He tied the thing on it and he pulled us out. And we got to go home and clean our shoes up because Biggie Smalls at Club Atlanta tonight. We drive Dusty. We get to the house, man. I turned Dusty off. Dusty said, no more. It was broke down. So we walked to Club Atlanta from my mama's house.
Hey.
Yeah.
That's big. That photo, KSP, like.
I mean, they ain't too bad. Yeah.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I don't know how my name get brought up in all these stories, KSP.
You was a safe person, but everybody loved you. That's why.
Yeah. That Joe was mad at me for years, talking about I was at the game pointing at him with Rodney. I wasn't even there though.
That's the Mandela effect, bro.
Mandela effect.
Still in my head, I see you right now with Rodney. I still see that.
If it was at Jefferson, apparently I probably was there.
Yeah, you was definitely there. You went to school there.
Yeah.
Rick Green said that he was in the Navy when you was at Norfolk, so he probably seen you out and about in Virginia Beach. You used to be in Virginia Beach?
Yeah, I know. But it was one time when I used to kind of hang tough with the football players. There was a couple of dudes on the football team from Florida. So me and Dame would hang out, but I would hang out with a lot of the football players. So we went to Virginia Beach one time, bro. We because Virginia Beach was kind of like how Ybor City was, like when the cars used to be able to drive through there, and everybody be on the street, wouldn't even care about going to the club. And I never forget, we out there one day. That's before I didn't drink back then. Before I started drinking, I was still in school. Anthony Mason was on the corner, bro, chilling. Bro, that dude looked like a giant, bro. I'm like, man, he stand next to football players. I'm like, no, this dude in the NBA, bro, he should be somebody defensive lineman or something, bro. He was cool as hell though, but I'm like, bro, what is just random night, weekend night at Virginia Beach? He's chilling, but Virginia Beach used to be live, bro. That junk, it was kind of live.
I just had a flashback. KP said something early in the episode talking about they not playing me because I'm white, which is hilarious though. And the people at home probably don't know why. Like, he's not remotely close to being white. I remember like when he was at Norfolk State, they were talking about he looked like John B. and stuff.
Yeah, no.
And then me and KP went out one night, and I can't remember where we went. And I probably should have been offended when he said this, but like 2 days later, he was telling somebody like, "Yeah, dog, we went to some Harriet Tubman." No, he said we went to some Underground Railroad Harriet Tubman joint. I was like,
What was that?
I was like,
nah, bro. I remember that joke was that. I remember, bro. What is the Ludox?
That's what I was just about to say.
Yeah, I was that after hours jump, bro.
Yeah, nah, he right, bro. That's like a true juke joint, bro.
It was, bro.
He was like, I was like, well, he is a double minority. Can he say Harriet Tubman? Like, I remember having like a conversation with myself, like, should I be offended? Like, Harriet Tubman, Joe. I was like, this dude crazy, bro. And dog, we'll go lay down and we'll go somewhere and hoop, dog, every time. Ludox, I don't even know what Ludox at.
Bro, that junk was, we was there. We was there. That was what it was, bro. I ain't never forget that junk. I was like, man, where the hell that got me right now, bro? But we had fun though.
Oh, we gonna have fun, bro. Anywhere we go, we gonna have fun. Dog, KSP almost got me into a fight one night. We at a bar. I know the dude, so I go behind the bar and grab the bottle. Dog, like a week later, we go in there. KSP jumps over the bar and grabs the bottle. I was like, what you doing? Huh?
He like Rick James. He behind the bar.
Yeah.
Oh, man. I said, this damn KSP, dog.
That was at T-Back.
That's what I was at?
Yeah. Right. That bounce had me like, I'm like, what the hell?
I don't remember that case.
I was like, bro, my man just did it. I thought it was okay.
I said, man, this dude here, bro. I remember one night, Joe talking about y'all had I think y'all was parked face to face with
Oh, yeah. Joe was tight by that jump, bro.
Yeah, he was hot. He called me at like 4 o'clock in the morning.
He was tight by that jump.
He was hot. He was like that. He said the other dude was like, I got a full tank of gas too. I was like,
they was smoking like, well, we ain't here smoking. I got a full tank of gas. We can do this all night. And if he get out the car, I'm gonna do his ass. I was like, yeah. I look in the car. They're like four big linebacker, big papa chicken eating mouths in that bit. I was like, oh hell no.
But it used to be haggard though, bro.
We did probably we did an unusual amount of drinking, dog, and like. Yeah, we had some crazy times though.
Mauricio said the Ludoc was between 34th and 40th.
That's exactly how I described it.
Yeah, who said that, Bo?
Mauricio,
one of the twins.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dog.
I remember when it was little boys.
They were legit in the club, dog. You know what's so crazy? We be seeing them dudes. We be thinking we like 10, 12 years older than them. We be like 5 years older.
Oh.
Yeah,
somebody was saying, I'm about to be 48 next year. I was like, dang, I thought I was like 15 years older than you.
I'm going to tell you who used to get me the most. Marlon Johnson, brother, Jamal Johnson.
Yeah, Jamal. Yeah, he was at Jefferson with me.
Yeah, I seen him in Club Atlanta one night, and I said something to him and Jamal Jefferson. Jamal was like, Dak, you like 3 or 4 years older than me, bro. I was like, yeah, you right, my bad.
Nah. But that's you just try to little boy them dudes, dog.
I went to,
Nah. You try to little boy them dudes, dog.
When we was at the club though, they was like way senior younger than us, because like Marlon them was a little older than us, and we used to kind of look at Marlon them. And you know, but then it was us, and then they little brothers like Jamal and all them, you know, Jamal.
like, I did think we was much older than them. Jamal was like, bro, you're not that much older than us. So.
I did too.
I remember KSP, it was our senior year. We playing Joe them. So you know my little cousin Keith, he a football player, you know. Dog, Keith probably had 38 rebounds though, and like 12 missed layups.
It's true, bro. If they would have kept stats, man, I guarantee you, man, Keith Newman led the state of Florida in rebound. He probably
I got lucky. We played my senior year. He was on a recruiting trip to Notre Dame. I'll never forget that job. When he played, when we played Jefferson, he ain't played. He was on a football visit.
You got lucky then, boy.
Yeah.
He's be out there beating Joe ass, bumping into him and shit. Oh,
in practice, yeah. Oh shoot, even in the game, like I'm on his team and he running into me and stuff like that. I'm like, damn, dog.
I was just telling the story the other day, KSP. People be talking about football players. So, like, I remember my senior year, I was like, oh, if we play Jefferson early, they gonna be hot at the foot, because you know the football team gonna make a deep playoff run.
Yeah.
I seen that schedule. We had them both times after January. I said, boy, it might be trouble here, boy.
Dak had 22 at the half on us.
Thought I was finna steal one, KSP.
Finished with 26.
Joe had 36 and 2 quarters. Boy, I was hot. See, KSP, I ain't never told you the backstory. Him and Von Shea was like, oh, we play Platt this week. They go to the mall and get in trouble.
But we were senior skip day. We had skip school for senior skip day.
So I was like, oh, I'm going to steal this one.
Then came to practice, but went to practice, though.
I was like, I'm going to steal this one, KSP. I was like, Joe can't play. Joe ain't going to play to the second half. While I was out there, my jersey was soaking wet, kids. I was like, what? This what happened when you play hard like this every night? I was like, damn, man.
He would kill it.
Joe got in there, had about 12 dunks in 2 quarters, though. Yeah, 36 in 2 quarters.
Man ain't say nothing. Man wouldn't say nothing.
What you?
Yeah, I ain't talking at all.
Ain't nothing.
Yeah, he ain't talk.
Yeah, I ain't talking at all. I remember Jeff told me, remember we played y'all and I had dunked on the dude and he fell and got the hand one. So I just went to the free throw line and just shot my free throw. I ain't do all this flexing and I ain't do none of that. So after I hit my free throw, I went down on the other end. Jeff said, man, that was an awesome dunk, man. He said, I just did like this. So then we get the poke and he see I'm the jokester. I'm telling all the jokes being a fool. He was just looking at me and he was like, dude, I thought you were crazy when we were high. So I was like, why? He said, because he was like, you didn't talk. Like he was like,
I was the same way, me too.
Because I'm a hothead, so I get mad. So I just know me. I know I gotta,
He just say nothing, which was saying like, I don't know, Joe was he wasn't weird. It was just like Joe would dunk.
I was just like that when I hooped though. I just
yeah. Like Joe would dunk somebody. I'm talking.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
And I'm gonna say something too, Joe. Now that you talking about Mauricio, them, though, we had some older dudes like Dietrich Jackson, Kenny Lyons. Them dudes used to be hooping with us in the summer, though. And like, I remember thinking, like, dog, these dudes huge, dog. Like these guards in high school, like you'd be up there every day. Like that gym at the boys' club, dog. In the summertime, you get some quality work in, right, KSP?
Mm-hmm.
And like, if you go back to we 9 and 10, Joe, I don't know if you ever thought about this. Them dudes used to be in the neighborhood, Reggie Lowe and all them. KSP, they'll come up there and they'll just let us play kickball We was on offense the whole time, and they would just throw balls at our head. Pause.
Shots, bro.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, while we running into the wall. Now that worked on your agility, your anticipation.
Your toughness.
Yeah, cause it wasn't built for everybody. You got all the kids in the gym, right? The whole club. And you got to line up and play kickball. The whole staff out there, they only want to play defense. They don't even want to get on offense. You know what I mean? So they out there, man. They just you kicking the ball. They ain't go catch it in the air and catch you out. They gonna let it bounce, but they want to, you know what I mean? And they try to corner you off, and you know what I mean. So you like they just trying to hit you in the face. So this is the staff. This is the joints that worked here, bro. And it's up there crying and half of them wouldn't do it. Remember the bus up game?
I was talking about bus up the other day, though.
Bus up, man, be about 50 dudes out there, bro. And some of them ain't trying to catch the ball because they don't want no smoke. Everything it was like a kind of like a pecking order if you think about it. Like if you gotta have some marbles, if you're gonna go out there and play kickball, half of them go sit in the stands, they ain't finna get out there. You know what I mean? You playing that bus up. A whole bunch of them out there just standing because they don't want to fumble that ball and have to line up. So now when you line up, you got 50 dudes get to throw the ball and hit you with a racquetball full steam. You know what I mean? Just
if you fumble, so KSP, if the ball come off the wall and you catch it clean, you good.
Right.
You throw it against the wall. If I throw it and Joe fumbles it, he has to drop it and hit the wall before somebody
Yeah.
Dog, like I remember being at the club, dog. I done seen mamas wait like on the side while their son is getting hit with a ball.
50
like,
dudes.
Go, but you know what I'm saying? Like it was a different time too, dog. Like
they put you in jail for all that stuff.
They just ain't doing none of that now.
No. We was just the most unsupervised generation of kids ever too, dog. Like, you know, they had a wrestling mat over there, dog. People over there slamming people on their neck.
Yeah.
They letting kids roll the mat out, and we having our own wrestling matches. Yeah. They at one time, Joe, remember they had the ring in the
Big V, Mr.
Vernon
Super Kid.
Yeah, we end up jumping off the turnbuckle and stuff. Man, it's a wonder we survived, bro.
You know the sportatorium when they said let's go to the sportatorium?
Yeah, right on Kennedy and Albany.
Yep, you see everybody up there wrestling, man.
Ric Flair.
When they were starting out, they was kind of just starting out. We saw all of them, bro.
What's my boy name, Joe?
Dirty Dick Murdoch used to be there.
Barry Windham. Lex Luger. Everybody. Yeah, bro.
Good old, we had to bring $4 to the club or something like that.
Yeah, $4. We used to just walk up there. Mm-hmm. That was the only time my grandma let us go like up and like cross Kennedy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then I don't know if they did it like that at purpose because we didn't practice on Tuesday at the club, and then that's when the wrestling was.
Right.
We'll go up there or whatever. But man.
We over an hour and a half now, so we gonna have to do this again, man. And
yeah, for sure.
You know, it's crazy that KSP was having, you know, technical difficulties given his background.
Exactly.
Doomsday Deck. Tony Stevens say Doomsday Deck.
What? Now look, Joe, that's my name from back in '82. Jerome Crawford just told his story. He was like, nigga, you and Rodney Mills was too young to play, but y'all was bad as hell. So they kind of just put us on the team early. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was they babysitting back then. We ain't got nobody to babysit. You know what I'm saying, KSP? Yeah. To babysit you, so just go play football a year early. But that was my first nickname, Joe. Doomsday. Boy, I want to go push a baby duck in a puddle. Want to go come around that corner and hit nothing when I was 7 or 8 years old. We got a bunch of Spartans in here, huh, Joe?
Yeah, a lot of Spartans in here. Yep.
Man, we got to do this next week. I'm going to go get my Beijing, get me a little beard painted on. You know, I got all this great KSP. I got to get me some Beijing, boy.
Don't do it, bro. You're going to be out here looking like Jaylen Brown.
All right, fellas. Till next time. Appreciate y'all.
All right,
bro. I'll let y'all.
Yeah, I hit you.
All right.
All right.